told you it wouldn't be long. And we've got some new gear that I'm dying to tell you about. Ages ago, in a really old video, I made reference to always carrying a Lomo dry bag. Always carried a Lomo dry bag. They're a company that make water sports gear. You know, if you've spent any time up here with us, or you've watched all these videos, you're likely to have not seen it, and I'm about to explain to you why. Every single time, more or less, I'm up at the woods, be it for an event, it's for a class, it's for I'm doing maintenance, I'm here with the wife, we're just here with friends. 9 times out of 10, always carrying this thing. Big 70 litre Lomo canoe bag. And in there is all the things that I'm going to need to either set up shop or make myself comfortable for the day. And this thing is brilliant. It's been wonderful. It's about 5-year-old now. It's very loved and it's still going strong. However, we've got a new one. That isn't to say though that we don't still love this thing. It's brilliant. It's got that awesome roll top lid that all dry bags are known for. Still going strong. All the material is still intact. They are reinforced at the seams. They have got waterproof webbing that goes over them. Brilliant. And the new bit of kit has got all these features and a little bit more. And let me explain to you why we're going to swap things out. So first up, we've had this for just under a week now. I've done a fair little bit of walking around the site with it, and it's really comfortable. The straps have got added padding compared to the 70 litre. The chest strap, far superior, just prevents you from having to put more weight on your shoulders. And the waist strap, virtually identical. Speaking of the straps, they've also got this additional padding at the shoulders and the small of the back that makes it infinitely more comfortable to walk around and carry a relatively heavier load. And it also has this nifty carry handle that the 70 litre didn't, just making it meet my needs that little bit more. Speaking of features this has that the 70 doesn't, it's got these nice little bungees on the front that we could attach basher poles, walking poles, maybe even an axe to. There's loads of similarities with the 70 litre as well. First up, it's got that roll top, keeping us nice and dry. It's just one big compartment. I really like bags like this, I'm a big advocate for them. It's just personal preference really, but for me, this is the one. The reason I like bags that are just one large compartment is I feel like I have to do less rifling round to try and find what it is that I'm looking for, and I'm less likely to lose things. I realise not everyone feels that way, but like I said before, it's personal preference. So should we have a look and see what's in here? And as you can see, there's plenty of gear in there and still buckets and buckets of space. Okay, so first up, 3x3 tarp. I tend to use that if I'm on my own. You don't need the big one. Pegs. Big tarp that we saw for the previous video, the big 4.5x3. Hammock. Ton of toggles. Pillow, goes with hammock. Simple first aid. Wife's hammock. Gloves. And speaking of the little tarp, as you can probably tell, we're still in the middle of this huge heat waves that we've got in the UK. So let's get this up and get out of the shade, shall we? There we go, quick lean-to, everybody's happy. And the thing that excites me about this little 40 litre the most is that it's smaller, its size. I've got loads of things planned for it. The big 70 litre is brilliant, but it's huge. In certain circumstances where you're just not going to be able to take it. It's all well and good when you're walking up here just bringing all your gear, but you can't take it out on like a little day hike or if you're going like picnicking or something like that. Whereas this thing, only being 40 litres, it's more your traditional backpack size, so you can take it out on little day trips with you. We've got all sorts planned for this. First up is our little river walk at the end of August. And the reason I say it's earmarked for the river walk is because Lomo make water sports equipment, everything, dry bag wise, can be turned into like a little improvised floating device that hopefully we're never going to need. All you need to do is trap all the air in, roll the top down and secure with these new nifty little side straps, and you've got yourself a buoyancy aid. And speaking of being near water, if you get loads of these little dry bags or stuff sacks, if your stuff does get wet, especially like here in the UK, this is a bad example, but throws it down all the time, bang everything in there while it's wet, back in the big dry bag, keeps everything else dry. And what I've learned from the 70 litre dry bag for having it for so long is that if you look after it, it's going to last you ages. I'll leave a link in the description to any and all kind of products that you may have seen. I'm going to go find that hammock, have a little snooze, and until next time, go explore.